Hey guys, let's talk about how groups and mentoring works. Now, we're talking about using the resources online to be a part of a small group or a mentoring relationship, and it really can make a lasting impact on your own pursuit of God. But it's important to understand how it works from the very beginning. You need to know what your commitment is as the group member or the mentee. You need to understand what your group leader or your mentor's commitment is to you. Okay, so let's start with the group leader's commitment. So, first of all, he or she should model a pursuit of God for you. Now, this doesn't mean that they're perfect or they won't ever make any mistakes or screw up or anything like that, but they understand what a pursuit of God is, and they're going to model it for you. So if you don't know what that even means, Foundations is a great place to start. It explains how to start a pursuit of God, how to live as a Christian, and then how to grow or mature as a pursuer of God. Okay, so Foundations is a great series to eventually use in your small group or your mentoring relationship. Here's the second commitment of a group leader, and it's to pray for the group or the mentee. So this is important, that the group leader isn't just trying to teach somebody, but really has made a personal commitment to pray for the person sort of on a weekly basis, and that's really an important commitment for a group leader. The third thing then is to schedule and facilitate meetings. Now that's pretty practical, pretty simple, but it really is a valuable piece of information. Is that's sort of the group leader's job. Make sure that you're scheduling the meetings, every week, every other week, whatever it is, and then facilitate those meetings. That doesn't mean that the group leader's doing all of the talking. You'll learn that as you use our resources, but it does mean that it's the group leader's job to facilitate the actual meeting itself. And that's pretty simple. That's the group leader's commitment. Okay, so let's talk about the group member's commitment then. If you're going to be a mentee or a group member in a small group, what's your commitment? Okay, well, number one, you should prep. And what we mean by that is don't just sort of come cold to your meetings every week, but you really understand this, what we call the flex method. If you don't know what that is, make sure to check out that conversation in the resources. But it's, you're finding a topic together, you're learning about it on your own, and then when you come to the meeting, you're exploring it. That's the EX at the end. You're exploring it together through conversation. So that really only works if the group members, everyone that's part of the meeting, really sort of does the prep ahead of time. It really will change the way the conversation goes. It really will make it much more valuable to everybody involved. So make sure that you make this basic commitment to come prepared to the meeting. Okay, the second thing then is to show up. Now that's pretty simple, but a lot of people are frustrated. A lot of mentors and group leaders get frustrated by, they're trying to pour into somebody, they're trying to help somebody out, and then they just never show up. So make a commitment. We encourage you, at least for a few months at a time, that if you're going to really be in this group or if you're going to be in this mentoring relationship, make that basic commitment that you're really going to make every effort to show up. Okay. And then the third thing is, again, very simple. It's just to participate. So the way that groups and mentoring works is it's not about one person dominating the conversation. It's not about one person just doing all the talking and teaching. It really is intended to be a conversation. That's how our resources are designed to work. And so as a group member or as a mentee, you should go to that meeting sort of ready to participate, ready to do your part. The small group leader or your mentor can only do his or her part. They can only help you discover the truth. They can only share the truth. They can't make you learn anything, and they certainly can't make you participate. So if you really want to get the most out of this relationship, make that basic commitment to participate in those meetings and really to give it your full attention and your best effort. And that's it. It's pretty simple, but if you use these basic commitments and understand how this works, I trust that you really are going to get a lot out of this small group or this mentoring relationship. Now, you can use the resources below this video to have this particular conversation, and it's a great first conversation if you're just starting your mentoring relationship or if you're just starting your small group together.